What's up, guys? This is our first podcast. We're 89 Astro van. Welcome aboard. Come along with us for a little cruise. We're going to be talking about a lot of things, talking about our new music. We got everybody here, as you know. Luke.
What's good?
Dylan, Jake,
peoples.
myself. So yeah, we're here at the beautiful Rec Philly in their awesome podcast room. It looks ridiculous. Not sure if there's going to be video attached to this yet, but if you can see it, you're welcome because it looks amazing. But let's dive right in, guys. How you guys doing?
Doing good. Excited to be here.
Fantastic.
Yeah, pretty hype.
Uh-huh.
Got something special coming tonight. So.
I know, lovely Sunday. It's Sunday when we're recording this, the 25th, right?
Yep.
So our new EP drops at midnight. Yeah, we had a lot of time working on this one, kind of. Do you think more than the other ones? I think we spent a lot of time on this one, actually.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we started recording the drums like probably 4 months ago at this point.
Yeah, middle of quarantine. Like as soon as we could get back, we were like, "Yo, we got stuff we need to record." All right, so I guess really we could start it off talking about how we came together and how we all met individually and stuff. Obviously,
Through the womb.
yeah, right off the bat, we
Destiny,
met. Here you go.
fucking-
High five.
In the womb said, y'all motherfuckers got a rock.
Yeah, we met in the womb. Well, no, we didn't actually.
Yeah, well, same, I don't know, came from the same
nutsack as a
We met at birth, not in the womb, but we met at birth. Me and Dylan were the brothers of the band. Obviously, you need a brother-fronted band.
John and Paul.
Blues Brothers.
I was going to say Angus and Malcolm. Same thing.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
brothers-led bands always do good, But originally, though, we started it with some other friends. Luke and Jake are the newest addition and the last. But really, we started it with my friends Jack and Bob and Ryan. They were the OG 89 Astro Van boys. Shout out. We got to give them the shout out right now. Hopefully, they're going to be so hyped listening to this. But yeah, they kind of, we were just friends from high school and all played guitar and music and loved music. Our friend Bob was a phenomenal singer, so he just we were like, bro, we gotta do something with your voice. So we started a band. And then they all kind of went off to college. Everybody started living their own life, doing their own things, getting jobs.
Getting married, having kids.
Yeah,
It all went south.
Fuck
from there.
college.
Yeah,
man.
once you turn 20, after 21.
It's over.
But yeah, so me and Dylan obviously still played music. We were kind of just in a hiatus for a while, doing nothing.
Kind of doing our own thing.
Yeah,
a little bit.
not nothing, but nothing with 89 Astro Van. And yeah, then actually a year ago, like maybe today, is when, because it was a Halloween party that I went to Westchester and asked Bob if we could use the name again. Because I knew Jack was cool with it. I knew Ryan was cool. I asked Ryan. He said he was cool with it. And funny story about that, actually. At this party, I was talking to our old friend about, not our old friend, still our friend, but the old band member, Bob, about taking the name. And we were both a little intoxicated, so we were having some fun with it. He was giving me some bullshit back. And this chick, our friend's girlfriend, is going to school to be a lawyer. And so she was just sitting there with us for an hour, talking over all the legal terms. Did you guys is this a written agreement? Is it a verbal agreement?
Nope.
Yeah. So
Bob's
we sorted that out.
us.
Thank you, Bob. Thank you to that girl.
Better not come fucking sue us, Bob. One day.
Yeah. Don't sue us, Bob. No, she said I think we'd be fine.
We're good?
Yeah.
That's reassuring.
Yeah, I think so.
I think you'll be okay.
Yeah.
That'll hold up in court.
Yeah, so really, that's where we're at. And then about also a year ago today, the reason I even asked our friend, actually, I guess, is because we met wonderful Jake Dillon over here. Why don't you tell him how we met, dude? Because we met first.
So humble. I'm all right.
And,
Way back, August. It was August 2019.
Yeah, last
Just
year.
moved back from South Carolina, and I was trying to find some musicians to jam with. But actually, I was looking, but I think you first commented on my Instagram post.
Yeah, I'm heavy on the comment game
Yeah.
on Instagram.
I think he was being overly nice because I played a pretty garbage version of Metallica's Master of Puppets, the first solo.
Dude, you remember? Wow.
Yeah, I remember that.
So
And
cute.
I think I went back and tried to figure it out like a
Okay,
while ago.
okay,
But
okay.
so yeah, he commented on that, hit him up. He just happened to be like 15 minutes away. We jammed in my sister's basement. He was like, "Yeah, I got a way better setup in my house." So then we jammed there. And I met you probably the second time I was at your house.
Yeah, I couldn't come the first time.
Do you know
Yeah.
why?
I was going to see my Lauda, right?
Yeah, you went to see Mo Lauda with
Shout
Chicken
out Mo
Man.
Lauda.
Yeah, shout out Mo Lauda in the Humble.
It's at Pearl Harbor Park, I think is what it's called.
Yeah.
Or no, there's no fucking way. It's
No,
called
at
Pearl
the
Harbor Park.
hammock
Yeah, what's it called? I don't even know.
place.
It's like Harbor Park or some shit.
Yeah, I think
Harbor Street.
Harbor Street. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like Pearl
Harbor Street.
Spruce,
chill,
Street.
bro.
Spruce Harbor or something.
We'll bleep that out.
Close enough.
Yeah, but what a fateful meeting, bro. After literally
real.
just jamming the first time, we jammed on like literally the stupidest classic rock song. We jammed on like "Sweet Child of Mine." Like,
We played
Sweet Home
Perspective a
Alabama.
little bit, and then
That's what you were playing. Yeah,
and-
remember you said I write originals. You were like, "Do you write originals?" I was like,
yeah.
yeah, like yo.
And we jammed on. You remember what Pink Floyd song we jammed on?
Was it Breathe?
No,
Or was it?
it was Have a Cigar.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I do love that riff.
Yeah, great.
I don't
song.
know the rest of the song, but I do love that riff.
I know. Yeah. But either way,
Okay.
that's how we met.
Yeah, and so there, we just kind of insta clicked, and we're like, we gotta do something, we gotta make something.
I think
which
the
leads
first
us-
time, I want to say, I think the first time I saw you play drums was fucking, you made on the snare to Small World, dude, the rim
Yeah, the
shot
rim.
beat. And I remember,
Yeah.
that literally changed everything.
Yeah,
bro.
pretty early on, it was apparent. We would be like, oh, we have this song we're working on, which was Small World in this instance. And Jake would just be like, oh, what if I played like this over it? We're like, wow, that made the song
Yeah, just play the
so much
sickest
better.
shit.
Yeah, wow.
Jeez. Thanks, guys. I'm gonna cry.
So after that, I mean, I don't even remember how Joe got into it, but we had another bass player right when you came in, Joe.
Because I was, shout out Joe Wittop.
You were
I was
playing
doing
with
my
him.
own thing, trying to get a band together because our previous lineup with 89 Ashman had fallen, separated. So
By the wayside.
me and my buddy Joe were, I was trying to get a little band together, and
And
then-
we were getting a band together.
Yeah, and then Justin starts getting a little band together with Jake. So naturally, living together, our paths crossed.
Yeah. Which that lasted for like the first like month or two.
Played a few
But,
gigs with Joe.
Yeah. Like
At least two, I think.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
2. And then he's going to college too and stuff, so he was doing other things, couldn't be there all the time and be doing a bunch of stuff. So that leads us to Luke. We got Luke.
The real MVP.
Yeah, like I could give a slight background of
Go for it.
of
'cause
how
you
it
met-
even came up.
Yeah,
'cause-
you knew KD3 and Raz.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like a pretty crazy. We all have crazy like meeting stories, but so I have a friend from high school who hit me up to learn how to drum. Basically, he knew I played guitar and was like, "Hey, like I'm trying to learn how to play drums. So like, you think we could just jam and like I'll just play drums, whatever." I was like, "Yeah." So we did that, once or twice. He was like, "Oh, I'm gonna bring like my friend who raps. He's pretty good. Like, he could just rap over this stuff with us." I was like, "Yeah, like that sounds cool." He brought him over. He was awesome. And then we started jamming. And then that kid who rapped was like, "I'm gonna bring my other friend over who like you lived with him at the time, right?" He was like,
I
he
did,
plays-
yeah. So we went to college together at UMBC, and the way we actually met was playing Smash Brothers at like a local. They were throwing weeklies there. Yeah, Xanadu was a pretty cool place. And from there, we both quickly connected on our musical interests, which was pretty sweet. We would come over and we would just play guitar and piano and sing over stuff all the time. It was tons of fun.
Yeah, right,
Eventually,
he was awesome.
eventually he and I graduated. He moved back up to Philly. And I'd always wanted to do something musically, and I wasn't finding a scene for it, at least not much of one in Baltimore. So I figured, I'd never really left home before, so I came up here and I lived in his basement for, like 6 months, 8 months,
yeah.
probably almost a year.
Wow.
And then through
So it must
that,
have been-
that's when, you at this point you were already playing with him, and he decided to bring me over, and that's how I met you
Yeah.
guys. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
so
crazy.
I know, like, Yeah, through 3 people or 2.
Yeah.
Took 2 other people to get to you. But yeah, just one day. We hadn't jammed for a while. But you left your months. We hadn't jammed for months, and you left your lyric book the last time. We had jammed.
Oh,
That's what it was. You left your lyric book,
yeah.
and I had gone we didn't jam. I went to Virginia Beach for a weekend. Whenever it was last summer I think, and you came over to get it, and it was right when we were losing a bass player, and we were like, oh, what are we gonna do? And I was just talking to you about your lyric book, what you've been up to, whatever, and I was just the gears started turning in my head. I was like, bro, dude, because we would jam sometimes with 3 guitar players. So it would be I'd be like, dude, I wonder if Luke would want to play bass. And thus, here we are, dude.
And I had a bass. So.
Yeah, dude, you had a nice bass, you had guitars, you had the synths, dude. Yeah, you got it all.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much how we met. Now we're just the bros hanging out, band practicing, recording. In the studio together, all the band things, taking photos, making music videos,
fucking bitches,
arguing about what sounds good and what doesn't.
Yeah, arguing.
He wishes.
Fighting every other night.
Guitar players.
All right, boys. Get a little sip of water in there. You know what time it is. You know what we got to talk about. You know why we're here. Oh shit. Our EP. Our EP is dropping tonight / already came out by the time people will have heard this. Honestly, it might be. Woo! You know what might be cool? I'm gonna just sling this one on you guys straight out of the blue. Give me one phrase of how you feel about this EP. Give me a sentence. Give me one sentence you feel about this. Dylan, we're gonna start with you. Go ahead, bud.
The slowest thinker here.
We can start. You want to start on the other end?
I mean, dude, as fucking basic bitch as it may sound, I feel prouder of this one just because I feel like it just more clearly represents our sound as a band together, compared to our first 2 projects, which were, your songs, my songs, and then the fucking acoustic one, which, again...
Straight quarantine.
So this one, I feel just has, out of our projects so far, just has, the most 89 Astro band touch to it.
Yeah, always getting better. Discovering more about our sound. How about you, Jake? What do you think? What do you feel?
Also, maybe sounds a little corny, but I think it's just a level up for us. Production-wise, just tightness of everything. I mean, I know for the drums specifically, I tried to really lock in with the groove of each individual song, whereas in past EPs and projects, I was maybe not playing what 100% served the songs best, but I think we all definitely just locked in for this one and we went the extra mile in the studio. A lot of late nights, so I think it shows in the finished product. So definitely leveled up here.
I agree, Luke.
For me, if I could put it into one word, it would just be started. In terms of I'd never really done or completed a full project doing music stuff in the past, right? In high school, you start writing stuff down, and maybe in college you get some cheap recording equipment and put it on your computer, but it's never a published song, licensed by this person by whatever. Yeah, so it feels similar to what he was saying in terms of we've leveled up in a sense. The same idea where it feels like we've at least gotten our foot on the ground in terms of moving forward and sounding like an actual band and not someone who's just recording in their parents' basement sort of thing.
Dude, I've been saying that, guys. No, I know. I'm glad we're on board. But yeah, I totally. Not that we're tooting our own horn here really right now a little bit, but no, I think everything just from even the visuals we have with it, the production, everything. Yeah, I think we leveled up. Obviously, we took a lot more time on this because we had to because of quarantine. But before, usually it'd be we would learn the songs and then go try and record them. So this one, we had learned them and we're listening to them. You had so much more time to craft the drums and with so much more time to just think about everything. But yeah, you're right. This is your first full song.
Yeah, at least for me, I've never
with the band and just personally too.
Just
first
personally,
full-blown studio, full polished.
Anything.
Nice, dude. Congratulations. Can't wait for everyone to hear it.
Jade the Stone,
it's one of my personal favorites. I will be honest.
What a first fucking song. I mean, that's the first one, imagine the 100th.
I know, right?
Like, yeah. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, dude.
One day. One down, 99 to go.
Yeah, hey. Us too. Yeah, we're counting down. I can't wait till we get to 100.
Yeah, right.
But, so really, let's talk about just the EP as a whole project now, kind of. So we got the Lilium EP. What, I mean, I kind of came up with the name, and, like, you guys kind of just all liked it. I mean, what were some of the other names we were thinking of? I like, forget now.
I can't even remember.
Once I found that, I was pretty set on it, but...
Yeah, I don't even remember anything before that because it seemed like that.
Once you said Lilium, we were all... I mean, we kept thinking of other shit, but we definitely... I think we all just mutually knew.
And it's weird. I've seen that word a lot lately. Like, I hadn't before we came up with that name for the EP, but just on Instagram, random stuff.
Yeah.
People posting that word. It's weird.
You know what I thought was funny? I think literally everyone, all of you said, when I said Lilium, you were like, oh, like lithium?
Yeah.
I was like, I kind of liked that when I was like, oh, like, because obviously it can't be lithium.
Nirvana.
Shout out Nirvana, but like, close, it's close. Like, I'll take that. I was trying to see if I have anything on my notes of like any of the old names we were finding, but once I found like the story about it, like once I looked into Lily, you know, like just the lily flower, once I was looking into it, I was definitely pretty set just because, I don't know, it's all symbolic for togetherness and unity and things like that. And yeah, like you were saying, it's your first song that you've ever fully finished, polished, like, you know, and it's your technically first song with 89 Astro Man. You release your own music, but yeah, all our other projects so far were just me and Dylan at home writing songs and then them coming in and filling in the cracks. But this one was a full, together, unified project.
There's the musical connection that it made to me right away when you said is there's a show that has a song in it called Lilium, and it's a very nice, it's like piano with a choir that sings along with it, and it's pretty noteworthy of a song. Actually, I'm surprised that none of you had heard it before.
I know, yeah. I have to look that up.
Yeah, so I immediately thought of that one.
Yeah, I mean, what do you guys feel like the vibe of this one is? Really? Like, maybe one or two words. What do you think the vibe of this one is?
I feel like this one is more, I guess, listener-friendly in the sense that, like, I feel like collectively as the whole project, like, it's the whole project could be listened to as a piece, as one piece, compared to where, like, the other EPs, I mean, especially the Earth Now one, I feel. That one was more, like, individually, you want to enjoy each song compared to, like, you want to just start that. Which your EP was more a little start the EP, you know, let it run straight through.
Cohesive.
I like the
cohesive.
Full albums. Yeah.
So this feels more like an album, less like a collection of songs.
Yeah, this one feels more like just more cohesive
like
thought
whole
between the
piece.
songs. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I think it also, this EP is a good representation, again, with like Lilium and everything, like of just the vibes that we've put out already, like individual songs. Now this EP kind of has all of it wrapped up into one. Like it's got the sad, moody, more upbeat and experimental, and then happier sounding stuff. But it all kind of it works together in like a cool way. So yeah.
What do you think?
I haven't had an EP before, so I can't compare it to
right.
old ones. But to me, I was already agreeing with what they were saying.
Well,
in
the
terms
vibe.
of
What do you
the
think
vibe.
the vibe is, dude? I said one or two words. You guys gave a whole sentence. What do you think the vibe is? I know mine. Mine is 3 words, actually.
Okay.
Mine is in your bag. I think this EP will put you in your bag in a good and bad way. Like, you'll be happy in your bag and sad in your bag.
So you feel like, kind of like if you were walking to class or somewhere or something,
Yeah.
no matter the mood, you could put on the album
Yeah.
and find a song that would match
Yeah,
how you were
for
feeling.
sure.
That
Like,
day.
one
I
of
can
them,
understand that, yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you know, like one of them you'd be like, oh, like, you know, I'm sad and I want to listen to a sad song that's going to just put me in my bag. And another one you could be like, you know what, I'm trying to change my life today. I'm going to listen to this song.
Yeah.
So I think it's got it all. I really like, I think you're right that it does package up fully and very well what we're about and what our vibe is and who we are and stuff like that. I mean, without any further ado, first song. The first song on the EP, let's talk about that one.
Let the dissection begin.
Pretend.
So, Pretend. I remember I recorded I a demo version of this at Light and Sound Studio. Shout out! Didn't even give him a shout out yet.
Oh, we'll
Andrew
give him a
Brown.
shout out, dude. We'll
But,
give him a shout out.
Yeah, just kind of a very basic. Maybe spent an hour or two on it, and I showed these guys, and they loved it. Like I was originally just, I don't know. This was still in the beginning, so this was in like December maybe. But yeah, I wrote this song then. The lyrics, I'm not going to go through all of them, but just kind of.
They get the point.
Yeah. It's just kind of about, my perception of how our society is like. You can't always, or people don't always see what's going on the inside, but based on what you show on the outside. So it's a little bit about that, but then some of the lyrics also go more personal for me, just like conversations with myself, like, to get real, just like, is the musical career, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, can you find success in that? And obviously I want to pursue this more than anything. But, it's just other people, you hear them talk down on a musical career. But yeah, so the song kind of captures both those elements, just hiding your true feelings and yeah, just maybe talking yourself down sometimes on what your aspirations are. But yeah. And then I kind of wrote it starting on the piano and then the lyrics really in like one night, I would say. I kind of wrote the song. So it's changed quite a bit since then in an awesome way. Don't want to give too much away, but
dude,
yeah.
I mean, I remember the first time you played it, dude. Because I literally fiddled around for a sec and played that guitar riff.
Yeah.
That was in it. Dude, I remember from day one, I was like, ooh.
Love that.
Played that, and I was like, that was it. So, I don't know. I mean, what like kind of influences that you got for the song? Like, what other songs does it remind you of? What other artists? What were you going for?
Well, you probably won't be surprised by this. None of you guys will be, but definitely Pink Floyd, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
This song more than any other song I've written, probably. I'd say, like, Hey You comes to mind.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah. And then the drums, they're different than anything I've done with Ada and Astrovan before, or really ever. So, I don't know. That's hard to figure out what the influence even is there, but definitely big Pink Floyd influences here. And I always, in terms of the way I sing, probably draw some influence from like Coldplay. But yeah.
No, I like that. Yeah, I don't know who the drums sound like. Any artists that they sound like?
Yeah, it's hard.
I really like the snare thing we did though. See, we can talk like deep like studio stuff.
Yeah.
The way that snare sounds, bro, it sounds like a fucking gunshot in like a gun range, like a hallway, bro. Like nothing else in there, and just a long hallway of just like a.
Yeah,
like it sounds sweet.
Feels like we got everything right with the drums, especially on this song, sound wise. I mean, super hyped for you guys to hear this.
Sure. Yeah, no. Well, they will have.
They will have.
Yeah, they will have.
To hear what you guys have to say.
Super glad that you've already heard my song.
Yeah. If you like it, thank you so much. If not, you probably turn.
Then your taste in music is bad, and that's okay.
Yeah. And I don't know why you're listening to this.
Cut your ears off.
Why are you even listening to this thing? Dude, I got a pretty funny question about it.
Go for it.
Which, by the way, I know my answer to. We could all answer this question actually. But by the way, I love. I mean, they'll hear it, but I love the guitar solo, bro. This is one of my personally favorite guitar solos that I made, just because of the ending riff, dude. How it like goes up, and how I follow your piano a lot on the before the piano solo too. I like following that up. But yeah, I don't know. I definitely knew I needed like a whole crazy ascending lick right there where you do the outro. You know, because we knew there was a guitar solo there, but you do like an outro building up thing on the piano too. So I was like, I need to follow that. But I was gonna ask. Thank you. I was gonna ask which do you prefer? Do you prefer the polished, listening to the studio version, or do you prefer the live sound? Like
definitely,
live version?
Definitely the studio version.
Definitely
the studio version.
Bro, I think we
sure.
do Pretend insane. I think we kill Pretend.
Oh wait,
Yeah, like,
sorry. I thought you were talking about the stripped down version.
No,
That's why I was
not
like
the stripped down version.
Yeah.
No, I mean us physically playing it live, or would you rather hear it like perfect, like as like the MP3 on Spotify or whatever?
I'll say this. I think when we get our live sound, like the best we can live for sure.
equipment.
You know, we haven't heard. COVID has a lot to do with that, but like if we could have played that at Bourbon and Branch, I mean, I'd probably say the live version.
Yeah, you're right.
Which I did want to say, this is a cool song because other than I guess you jammed on some covers and like some of my originals that we played, but this is the first 89 Astro Van song you're going to be playing live on the drums. So
and the
it's pretty cool.
Didn't even talk about that, dude. Dylan plays drums on this one live.
Didn't make it easy for me, but didn't make it easy.
Dude, at least it wasn't Jade the Stone. That's all I'll say.
Yeah, holy shit.
True.
Wait
If I wrote Jade the Stone and played guitar on it, dude, you'd be screwed.
Yeah.
But
Thank
yeah,
you,
I mean
Luke.
that's been fun. Honestly, I've had a lot of fun. Just with that because drums are my least practiced instrument. So, you're a fucking beast. So gotta step my game up.
Yeah, dude, you're all over the place on this EP. I guess me and you both are. Like on Jade the Stone.
You're just that talented. That's how it is.
I was just the producer on this one. Dude. I get the producer credits on this one, remember?
Yeah, dude.
I was just the producer, dude. Dude, you know what, though? We should talk about one of literally the best parts, because I just heard from you. It was a happy accident.
Yes.
The pause, dude.
So, yeah. We put out a little stripped down version in the, I don't know, like, was it July?
I think so, yeah.
Just me and the piano in the studio, and I played most of the things the way I intended to, but I sort of just threw in this pause, which you guys already heard. Hopefully you like that and caught that.
In the piano solo.
But that makes things tricky live for sure. We all gotta get that as tight as possible, which I think we're getting. But yeah, so that was something I did not intend on like having. It wasn't like I wrote it out as like, all right, pause goes here. I just did that and then went with it. So yeah, that's what we're doing.
Would sound like if you had to start a song from scratch, knowing that at 2 minutes and 40 seconds there's just gonna be no sound at all. Just like starting from here and working.
It's like almost like a drop, like electronic music.
Right.
Yeah, no. You guys, I think you guys, and I'm glad you like Pretend, but you're probably a lot better with just writing out a song structure and like following it. Like sometimes I'll just throw in some weird time. Like,
no, that's cool though.
Yeah,
I'm the same way. I've noticed that similar between us, where like we'll write our stuff and there's no idea of 4/4 time or tempo or anything. It's just playing it and it sounds cool and it sounds like this. What key? What was that in? Like you just as you're writing, you're like, oh, it's in
this
6/8.
chord.
That's cool. Yeah, I had no idea that it was in 6/8 this whole time. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I do that actually too. Like, hey, come on, happy sofa, bro.
That's true. That's true.
We got the tempo.
But
change,
I was saying
we got
it's a
the
good
time
thing too.
signature change. No, it is a good thing. But I don't know. That was definitely what should we rate? Like rate the order, rate the songs. Like what do we think is the best off the EP? Dude, I say Jade the Stone. I know, that's bad, but
that's so hard. I can't.
Pretend.
Let the crowd decide.
Out of 5, dude. Yeah, let us know what you guys rate the songs or anything. That would be.
It's so
That'd be
hard.
cool. Curious, yeah. Well, I guess the plays will rate it themselves. We let the streams rate themselves.
True.
So yeah, we'll see. Yeah, we'll see which gets
A real battle of the bands on our own
most streams.
freaking EP.
Yeah.
I feel like my
not
list
a lot of
changes,
bands have this problem.
though.
Yeah.
My list changes for sure. Like
Yeah.
whatever I'm either doing or feeling. Like if I was gonna skate, like Jade the Stone's gonna be up there.
But that goes back
if
to what
I'm
we were
like-
saying before, where it really depends on how you're feeling that day. So if people are, I
Yeah.
guess, more often in a uppity go-getter kind of mentality, they might all start rating this song. But if the world's in like an economic downturn, there's a coronavirus going on, then maybe they like,
Pretend's gonna be a smash hit. Holy shit!
shit!
Oh my god, you're right,
I'm feeling
hey,
sad.
guys,
What
that
was that
was
song that
before
Jake
Corona
wrote?
hit.
There we go.
dude. Everyone's
Max
gonna
that volume out.
Everyone's probably feeling a little
everybody's
Pretend
gonna
right
relate
now,
to
dude.
to Pretend,
yeah,
bro.
everybody's feeling that.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's a nice cohesive EP though. You're not gonna just be down.
Yeah, no,
You're gonna be
know
up
that.
and down, up and down.
And I wonder if we can say this, but we can obviously say it, dude. We're
It's your own
fucking
podcast.
independent
You can't say it here.
DIY
Where can you say
band.
it? Yeah.
The management's gonna get mad at us, but good thing we're making a little video for that one. Good thing we're making a music video
Yeah,
for
exactly.
Pretend. So stay tuned for that.
So thank you, goodbye's got to be some depressing.
What a
Yeah.
depressing video?
Yeah.
Yeah, wow,
Dude, that'd be
because it is
kinda cool.
upbeat. How many videos are we doing here, guys? We'll talk
No,
about
I
that
know.
later. I don't know.
Right.
One video per EP. Come on. No, I don't know. I'm just
Late
kidding.
Night Daydreams music
Yeah.
video. though.
Yeah, that one's gonna be wild. That's an old song. That's a couple people say
Old
that's
song.
their favorite song of ours. I know old
That's
school.
Yeah, my
definitely the one
brothers-
I get the most. Either that or
which,
Painting Blue Skies.
By the way, my neighbors, the guy that came up and saw us play, really liked 1234. It's like specifically Mario loves that
Nice.
song. So,
Sweet,
yeah,
yeah,
shout
thank
out
you.
to
Bit the
him.
bone. People love
If
Bit the
you
Bone.
see it, listen to that.
Thank you, dude.
Yeah.
Those are the people I'm looking for. Yeah, they're
Yeah,
great.
yeah. He's waiting for it to come out so he can listen to it. So
Well,
Shout out
tomorrow.
Mario.
Yeah, tonight.
I'm
man.
gonna
Literally
tell him. Yeah,
tonight.
yeah.
Dude, I'm hype,
Um,
honestly. I have not heard the songs on the EP probably more than once. Like
I
the
know,
actual
he deleted them
recordings.
off his phone.
Dude,
Yeah.
I'm so excited. I haven't listened to Thank You Goodbye, 1234, Pretend. The only one I've listened to mastered is One Crown. Obviously,
Right,
it's
right,
fucking
yeah.
out, dude.
Yeah, I mean,
So
Which, thank you guys. Killing it.
my ears
thank
are
you.
feeling fresh and excited, you know? Because I
Definitely.
forget what the whole mix sounds like.
yeah. Thank you for the love on One Crown, though, guys. But yes, I mean, from mixing and mastering and recording them, we hear the songs a lot. So by the time they're done, before they're out, we're like, I gotta stop listening to them, dude. And you're like, I mean, I don't know, you're getting, I guess, better at it, but you listen to them a fuckload, bro.
Oh, before, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, on
Before they come
Spotify, I
out.
listen to him a lot. I probably listen to most.
I know. He's our biggest fan, dude. Our drummer is our biggest fan.
Hey.
But dude, Luke, that was a great
Somebody's
segue to 1234, though.
True.
I'm glad your neighbor liked it, but let's dive into that one. So that's one I wrote. I don't know. You guys can ask me questions. I don't want to just talk the whole time about it, but I mean, I wrote that one.
Just say, give us a start. What was the inspiration?
The inspiration. That's a good question. I feel like
And don't tell me you looked at the clock.
I mean, to be honest, but no, I feel like a little bit of Molada, to be honestly, just because for the riff, that riff, I kind of want. I like how they're all reverbed out, like spacey riffs. So like like indie bands like that, like pretty reverbed out. I was imagining for the riff. I don't know how I came up with it. I was trying to come up with something funky, like arpeggiated. That'd be like, how would you get to those notes?
Yeah.
But yeah, the concept of it. I mean, yeah, bro. What do you want me to tell you? I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I was
No,
sitting,
it's okay. It's
sitting
great, yeah.
outside on my porch. I think in the summer, last summer. I think. Just like having a pretty lazy day. I don't know. It's the summer, dude. Woke up at fucking noon.
Right.
Made my coffee. I'm sitting outside. It's 12:34, and I'm like,
Best
wow,
time
like,
of the day.
yeah, like I'm like just starting my day and just like being conscious and being able to do anything. And other people, my friends, some other people are like, bro, I've been up since like 8 a.m. or 9 a.m. or 10 a.m.
Yeah.
I'm like, geez, dude. So now I just wrote it of like, like what that would be like for someone who wakes up at 12:34 in the afternoon and someone who's still awake at 12:34 in the morning. You know, like it's not even that late, but like a night owl.
It's an important difference that I don't think people pick up on enough in terms of people just having different natural shifts in their body, right? Like going to high school, some people can get up at 6:30 no problem and start every day that way. My dad gets up at freaking 4 a.m. to start his day. I've just never been that kind of guy. If I could get up at 10 and start my days out like that every day, I'd never be tired.
Yeah.
But of course, unfortunately, the world wants me to do it.
I mean,
have other plans. But
I'm on a totally different schedule too.
Yeah.
I'm like the later.
Exactly.
shift.
Yeah, I'd rather
I like the
start my
later
day
shift.
at 12. Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I guess like what do you think that's like it's like a happy song or sad song? I guess the vibe and what it actually is, I think are different. So if people interpret it happy, that's great. I think it's kind of a depressing song. I guess just the chorus and stuff. Like the verses are like just setting the setting and describing stuff, but the choruses are like some existential like crisis.
That's what I was going to say. I was going to say
it's
it's depending on how you're going to reflect on it. It's, when you're talking about 12:34, what have you done with your time? What have you done with your life at this point? So if you feel satisfied in the moment, like, well, I made my coffee, so I'm actually having a freaking good time. But other people are like, oh my god, what have I done with my fucking life so far?
And then of course, like you get up and do it all again. Like just like it's you're on repeat and actually that one, I guess I should clear that up on the podcast just so it's out there. But the one line, dude, is totally. I was totally thinking of Drake and Josh, dude. Stuck in a box, but they forgot to put in a door. So when Drake is just like, he's like, he's like, how are we gonna cut the door out? I told you to get the saw. He's like, I'm gonna go get the saw, Josh. Yeah. He's like, well, Drake, go get the saw then. He's like, right into the door. Yeah, I was totally thinking of Drake and Josh right there, but just more meaningful, because it's kind of a. Granted, it was in a fucking Nickelodeon kids show, but I'm sure a lot of people feel like that, and that could be more meaningful. Like you're stuck in a box, and you're like you feel like such an idiot that you didn't even build a fucking door. You just built yourself into a box and put yourself there, and now you're stuck. So I don't know. I mean,
nice. I think that song does a good job of like that. Kind of has both ends of the spectrum of the EP. You know, like when I listen to the chorus, it's upbeat. You know, you got it's not like a slow song or anything. It's not like
I think that's just how I trick you.
Yeah.
It's like it's sad, but it's fast, so it feels upbeat.
The harmonies make it like sad and like
the harmonies make it creepy.
I don't know. It's a cool song though. I mean, the acoustic version is vastly different.
Yeah,
much more than one. Well,
I mean, I wrote it acoustic. I did write it acoustic actually. I wrote it on an acoustic guitar, like I usually do, I guess. And actually, I wrote it a lot slower. I just found a voice memo of it, and it was really slow, dude. Like
so what do you think sped it up?
Yeah, like what?
What do you think sped it up? Was that you?
I think I wanted it. I think it sounded too sad. No, I think I sped it up, but I think it was. I wanted it to. I like contrast. I like the contrast of that. So I wanted it to be like I was like, dude, like it's like too sad then, or too like. So, yeah, I just sped up the riff and made it have a little more of like a chuck to it and just fast paced. I think that definitely makes it feel a lot different. It's just I think that affects songs a lot too.
Definitely.
You know, like obviously, but yeah, like the tempo and the, you know, like. Yeah, you know, because you could have sad lyrics, play them fast, and it's like, it sounds a little happier. Or you could have, you know, if you just play it super slow, then it's like, just going full sad, you know?
Exactly. Pretend it's like, obviously, kind of a sad ballad song from the get-go. But 1234 does trick you, for sure.
That's what I'm going for, dude. I mean, that one, I'll ask myself, I'm going to be honest, I prefer that one live.
Yeah?
Yeah. I mean, we can't do all the harmonies. Like all the harmonies on it are really cool. I like our use of harmonies that we're starting to dive into here, boys. But the harmonies are really cool in that one. But I think live, it's really fun to play live. It feels very energetic, I guess. Like, if you guys agree,
definitely.
You guys feel. I like what you're doing too. There's not much over the verses and stuff, but live you do some diddlies.
I literally am just.
I know. No, I like
picking
it.
The arpeggio,
but I think I noticed last time, like on the second verse, like you kind of started like going in a little more and stuff. Yeah. Maybe not. Maybe it was just a coincidence, but I liked it.
No, yeah, I feel like I finally got that one like a little more figured out when I play live.
Which I think if you ever ask the question to any other songs about playing them in the studio versus playing them live, as we get more and more comfortable with it, it feels like we can add in our own little
fun.
when we're doing them live. Which,
definitely live.
Where it's at.
We should start like. Even like purposely like keeping stuff, you know, because it's all just about our choices. So like in the studio, like the pretend harmonies that we started doing now, like that's like a really cool. Like honestly, I think that should have been on the actual recording, but now that it's not, like we have a really cool like live secret.
Exactly, people will be like, "Oh, that's
cool. How they can tell whether or not it's live."
So like we just got to be really clear with our decisions and be like, should this go on right now, or could this be just like something we do live to spice it up sometimes?
The One Crown drums, that's another big
dude.
one, because you do that one differently too.
Perfect segue then. Let's talk about One Crown, Dylan.
Yeah, I'd love to.
Written by young Dylan over here.
Yeah, boy. Shout out, honestly, my dog Moose. Song definitely wouldn't even be around without Moose. I mean, really, straight up was written just about him, about how I feel about him. And pretty much, with One Crown, I wanted to try and, like, capture the best way that I felt I could, like, capture love without it, being, like, your classic, like, just cheesy love song. I mean, granted, the lyrics are, like, very, what's the word? Like,
corny.
Not corny, but like obvious, It's not like
cliche.
It's like it's not like it's a secret that it's like it is a love song, but at the same time, it's like
doesn't feel like it.
It's like honestly kind of desperate in a way, like it's like saying that you would theoretically I would give my life for Moose, if that's what it took. So, yeah, I mean.
Well, it doesn't feel like a cheesy love song, so that's good.
Yeah, that's what I was going for.
Those are the best kind of cheesy love songs, is the ones that don't feel like it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes a cheesy love song can be good.
I was gonna say, even if a cheesy love song has like a very simple, 4-chord progression and the lyrics aren't, super deep, sometimes it's still what you're looking for.
Yeah,
in the first
sometimes
place.
it's still
So
good.
Yeah.
But yeah, personally, I know what you mean. I don't know. Always writing, always trying to get stuff out. So when I do just one day happen to write a cheesy love song, I'm like, I feel kind of gross,
Yeah.
I needed to get it out of me. I needed to get it out of me.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I feel kind of gross,
Yeah.
Oh, dude, if
feel that
fucking Ed
completely.
Sheeran just wrote this, it'd be a banger. It'd be
Right,
a bop.
yeah.
But I feel kind of gross. I don't know.
So yeah, with what you just said in mind, I literally had that in mind. It was like I want to try and write a love song that I could not feel
Gross.
gross singing or not like just embarrassed like singing or something. And so that's honestly what led me to Moose too, because I was like, that's
I mean, that's
like
good. I mean,
a solid thing. It's not gonna change. It's
Right.
if I'm writing it for a girl right now, it's like
That's what I was gonna say. Usually
10 years. Am I gonna be with that girl?
Well, sometimes
Wow.
the downfall of love songs is that it's always about a girl or about a boy sort of thing, which
Yeah.
can get old fast. So just the fact that you wrote it about a dog instead is different for the.
And two, what I wanted to do too was because I was conscious of the fact that not everybody is like, I guess so close to their dog or whatever,
Right.
So I did want to write it from the perspective of anybody that's listening to it. They can just fill in the blank of who,
Right.
who they're willing to,
Right.
Bleed for or whatever.
Right. Yeah.
yeah, maybe
So.
some people don't have a dog.
Exactly.
Your pet.
Yeah.
So
Or your lover, or your
yeah,
actual
and
lover.
whatever,
exactly.
yeah.
You can just fill in
But-
your own little blank.
I just say because the writing process didn't purposely have another romantic interest in mind when you wrote it, changed it for the better in my
Yeah,
opinion.
I think so too.
Yeah.
So okay, then you brought it up, dude. What about these drums here?
Dude,
I know,
There's a
I
funny
remember.
story with this fucking drum dude, me and Uncle Tony.
Dude, I feel pretty involved in it too. I'll be honest.
No, yeah, you for real were. So, I mean, One Crown actually was a song that I ended up writing alone, and I just did a little demo of it on my laptop. And so I had computer drums, do drums of what I thought would be kind of cool or whatever. And for those that don't know, I love Cage the Elephant, and it's not like Cage the Elephant invented the beat, It's like a surfer,
Yeah, classic 60s
surfer
surf
beat. But
beat.
I had initially, I thought that beat would be a great fit for this song, and Tony
Sucks you're not the drummer.
We
Yeah.
discussed it. Hold on. Tony, do the beat, dude. Also, wait.
Oh yeah.
Something like
So
that.
just
there's a little.
just the
Yeah.
dot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every other time, just dot,
It's on the
dot.
fourth, yeah.
Four
on the
end.
fourth.
Four
Dot,
end.
dot.
Yeah.
Um,
So
So yeah, I don't know. We really got into that one. Just I feel like based on nothing against the song. I personally just felt it was like Tony's Jake. We keep calling him Tony. Tony from it's his nickname.
Follow
That's
me.
his nickname.
Follow
yeah.
Tony from Teconi.
Yeah, that's his nickname. But Jake, Tony, same person. Well, not really, but
But
Pretty much.
physically, yeah. I mean, yeah. I just felt like sometimes, you make stuff by yourself, and you're like, cool. I have this whole idea of it.
You get
And then
attached
it's like,
to it.
you get attached. There's
Yeah.
other people involved. We got our ideas of it too.
Right.
And I was like, I mean, I go to the studio with Jake all the time, and like we record drums for stuff, and like I'm like, I'm just seeing that, and I'm like, bro, Jake's insane. He's an insane drummer. So it's like, bro, whatever he's hearing in his head is definitely better than I could come up with. As I love music too, but I'm not a drummer.
I'm in Justin's boat as well. His rhythm,
Exactly.
you can't do it. Not happening.
Yeah,
Forget
exactly.
it.
I've never
Yeah,
seen
I
Luke
was-
on the drums though.
No,
I feel like he's got something there.
Yeah, right.
We're gonna have to get
Well,
that sorted.
And Justin's on the
we
drums
already have
too.
enough drummers in the band.
Love.
Yeah. Oh, dude. Thank you for our. That's gonna be our trivia fact.
Yeah, for sure.
On like our music channel, on channel like 1000 when they play just music select. It's gonna be
Did you
which
know?
89 Astro Man member is the only member to have played drums besides Jake Dillon? Justin Hall.
Hopefully, maybe one day I can change.
Maybe
We'll
one
see.
day, dude.
I'm
Maybe
sure it
one
will.
day. If you practice.
I mean,
a lot.
with the One Crown drums, get back to that.
Yeah.
The main thing that that we did end up changing, which I think we are now very happy with how it turned out, was just the bridge. That was the main thing I remember not liking, because I wasn't able to be there when you recorded it.
True.
And but I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. I think we did
Make the right choice.
Yeah, make the best of both worlds there.
Yeah, we kept the. It's hard to explain, but yeah.
Like how you doing the
It's all about
fill
compromise.
Yeah.
But
On the bridge, we had just the ride and the snare, and then we switched it to the ride snare, switched to the drum
A
roll.
little build up, yeah.
yeah.
So, yeah. But I definitely think we went the right way with keeping it simple on the verses and chorus. Everything's just a lot more locked in.
Yeah,
when you
now,
listen to it, especially with the bass.
I mean, listening back, and I mean, you do naturally just get attached to, what you're listening to.
Yeah.
But now, like, when you play live, now when this kid
That's just the
plays
mess with
live, he plays the beat. I was trying to get him to record live.
You should play the
So-
other bridge too, because I kind of like that too. Like
It's
honestly,
easier to sing and play that other bridge.
dude, you
for
should
sure.
do it sometimes. Because honestly, it's like kind of like a Black Mirror moment right there. We could have picked either decision we could have made, and they both would have been fine, bro. They just would have led us to different other decisions and outcomes. Like they both were cool.
True.
They both were cool.
True.
Like, But what else do you think we got? I really loved the harmonies on this one. I know
Oh,
we're
I
talking
wanted
about
to talk
harmonies.
about
We should
that
totally
too,
talk
yeah.
about
for this one.
the harmonies for this one because I mean, Mr. Jake over here.
I was gonna say.
Let's
Harmony
shine
King.
the spotlight over here. Yeah, this kid just one day out of the fucking blue in the studio goes, "One crown." Bruh.
Yeah, for those that
Like,
don't
yeah,
know,
bruh.
listening right now that know One Crown, that harmony, I hope you know. I mean, that was like borderline improvised, first try. Like,
Yeah.
just straight up.
You were like, "Yo, what about like this?"
yeah,
And it was like, dude, that's literally the most perfect like
Yeah.
alternate melody like
yeah.
harmony thing.
No pause or second thought. What should a harmony be? And then Jake comes in. And
Yeah, and that's one of my favorite parts now.
Yeah.
Like literally
Thank you,
hearing
guys.
that is one of my
Yeah.
favorite parts.
It's cool that we all share the mic, literally.
Yeah,
And we
I
all
love
sing, and I kind of just took the backseat, or like initially for the band, I was just like, all right, I'm the drummer. I don't know. I just wasn't about like I think I had a harmony on coming through, but that was like
Yeah.
the first time I even attempted.
Well, we were kind of harmony noobs
Yeah.
back then.
Yeah,
too,
yeah.
So we are getting better. We're getting more comfortable too about all of us saying.
Yeah, I
all that
wasn't.
stuff.
I'm still getting comfortable with singing. I think we're all like somewhat new to it, but it seems like people are liking what we're doing. So
Yeah, we're amateur singers. We're trying to be pro one day. We'll get there. Gotta put in the
it'll
work.
be a journey all
I
of
love
our lives.
too. I mean, on the last note on the harmonies, this was the first song too. I'm pretty sure that we have out where, compared to harmonies overlapping, we added echo harmonies, which on the
Yeah,
bridge,
yeah.
I love that.
I
People
think
love
was
that.
that you too, bro? Honestly, I think you said we should do that too. Like,
Initially, I
Did you
don't
say
think it was my.
Who
I
came
don't know.
up with
I think
that one?
I don't know. It could have. I don't know. I want to say it was me, but I can't remember, to be honest. But
Yeah, I don't know.
they came
but
out so good.
to
honestly.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the little echo ones are
People
cool.
have specifically said they love that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm a sucker for that echo harmony.
Yeah, we gotta start using that more. That part is tricky for me to sing live, though. I will say, because it just kind of trips me out. Because like we're singing the whole time already, anyway. Which I don't know. Do you guys think people notice that?
No,
Tony didn't, but Brendan
I don't
did.
think people know
That you're
this.
singing the low melody.
My friend Brendan was like, "Oh, dude, I hear both of your voices in that." So I was like, "Okay, he's got an ear, like he can hear that." But
Yeah.
yeah, like there's actually me and Dylan the whole time, one high, one low.
I would say 8 out of 10 people don't
Yeah.
know this.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
so-
one of the things where if you fall in love with a band and then you're listening to their stuff 5 years later, you find like, oh, I never heard that one part before because you just it's not something you notice right
Yeah.
away.
But so live, I just have to kind of cut out. I have to like stop singing this. Like what is
The
that? The
main
bridge.
vocal.
Yeah, I have to stop singing the main vocal and then go into the
off
the echoed harmonies and then go back to the main vocal. So sometimes I just forget and I'm like still singing the song and I gotta throw in the harmony like
Yeah.
real quick.
Definitely our hardest EP to
But-
pull off live, close to the actual recordings.
Yeah. I mean all the other ones too though. We kind of really just like we're playing them and then we're like we'll go record that. Like this one we kind of like
This
really
one was
built
straight
up production.
studio.
It felt more like a
studio
project
wise,
where, yeah.
Which shout out to Light and Sound Studio, Andrew Brown for mixing and mastering that, because I've heard many comments saying that the whole track just sounds just so balanced and
professional.
Yeah, I mean, you literally just said. I mean, most people aren't going to notice that there is two people singing, and like that's low key,
but it's still
a testament to how good the mixing is, because like
gives the vibe.
It's not poking through the it's not poking through the vibe.
It's very blended.
It's just supporting the vibe straight through.
Yeah. So I mean, shout out to Light and Sound Studio. We do not know where we would be without you. Literally, we'd be
making garbage ass little mixes in our basement.
Yeah, you don't know how good you can make your music sound until you find somebody who can.
Yeah, Andrew at Light and Sound Studio. We love you, man. You're our fifth Beatle. You already know that. Now everyone else knows.
You're like my father.
That's our fifth. That's our fifth Beatle. Oh, dude, didn't you say that at the last studio?
Low-key, literally, I was like, dude, Andrew's like better than our dad.
Chill, bro.
Fucking put our dad on blast on the podcast.
Jeez.
Sorry, Dad.
Yeah.
So anyway.
Come to our gigs, Dad. Maybe I'll...
Yeah,
you might be sleeping outside for a little while after that one. So.
Our studio guy is better. Nah.
Father Andrew. He is Catholic.
Yeah, true.
Oh, dude.
I'm going to have to call him that from now on. Father Andrew.
Yeah, Father Andrew. All right. That's enough for the shout-outs. Anyone else we got a shout-out, guys? I mean, there's, Cosmic Eden. I mean, who made the One Crown
Jay
cover.
too.
Oh,
Yeah, Jay was been working with him. I mean, yeah, we got a lot of awesome people. Brian, who we just shot some photos with. We've been posting those photos.
The
Dude,
photography
those photos
stuff to look stellar.
Came out
for sure.
amazing. I don't even know if I showed you the rest. Actually, we have.
I haven't seen any
one.
of them, but I only
because
I'm never on the freaking Facebook. But my parents and neighbors say that it looks it's stellar stuff.
I'll show you. I thought of that actually. I was like, oh. Luke's not on any of this stuff. Like he never sees
I know.
what we post.
I'll see it eventually.
I was like, his parents are. Like, I was like, are his parents gonna be pissed that we're out like exploring?
No,
I was like, I guess they probably know Luke,
unless we're like sacrificing a sheep or something. It's not.
I mean, we do that.
Yeah.
Late night.
Well, yeah, we have that'll be the next video.
We do that.
Yeah.
But we don't post about. We're not gonna post about that. Yeah, we're not gonna post about that. Sacrificing sheep for the.
Is this the same dude that's worried about cancel culture? Saying we sacrifice sheep, bro?
Dude, cancel culture ain't gonna be pissed
about. Dude, the animal rights people are gonna come at. They'll come
I don't know, man. I just watched a video of Gordon Ramsay going to Cambodia, and he fed a village for a wedding. Like it was literally a wedding of this village of like 100 people. And they literally were. He took a helicopter out there in the middle of the woods, bro. And they were like, it's like tradition. We're killing our most valuable animal for food for the feast. It was a buffalo. Damn. They literally killed it and insta-cooked it. Like, wow. Their dessert was literally just rice, like smashed up into like powder, and then they just soaked it in like honey so it would form and clump into a ball, dude. It was like, dude, it looked pretty insane. So no, we don't even actually sacrifice sheep.
Except
guys.
we do.
Chill, yeah.
Like, we really don't. We don't.
But
we could talk about it.
We really do, though. We're just saying we don't, so you guys don't get mad, but we really do.
I mean, I do think Ozzy Osbourne biting off a bat's head is pretty fucking sick, though. I'm sorry,
metal.
I can't lie. That's pretty. That's granted. He didn't know it was a real bat. I guess he thought someone threw a fake bat up on stage. Whatever.
Yeah,
and he was like, I'm gonna rip.
Right.
But
I don't know about that one.
He did it. He did that. I mean, that's pretty rockin' fucking
wild,
roll.
dude.
You gotta be pretty fucked up to confuse a real bat for a rubber bat.
Yeah, no, you do. Mid biting it, he's like biting it. He's like, wow, this is real.
Exactly. It's good impression. I love seeing him in. I've never seen the shows, but like the short clips of him later in life. I guess it's all probably damaged from however many,
Did he do a song with Post Malone?
He just did, actually, yeah.
Oh, really?
Ridiculous.
Yeah, in his last album, people were like, dude, who's this Ozzy Osbourne dude, Post Malone? Yeah, like...
Dude.
No, I always liked...
Post Malone's about to put Ozzy Osbourne on.
That's what people say, dude. I always liked Ozzy in the Austin Powers movies. He's got a few clips in one of those, and it flashes to... You don't remember that?
I have to rewatch.
Dude,
yeah,
I think it's Goldmember, and it's just like... It like flashes to just like Ozzy Osbourne and what is her name? Sherry or Sharon? Like,
Sharon Osbourne.
Sharon Osbourne. Dude, it flashes of them, like, and their kids, like, on the couch, like, watching TV, and they're like, what in the fuck? Like,
Wow.
and, like,
I don't remember that.
dude, it's literally just flashes to Ozzy and his family on the TV for a sec. Like,
that's hilarious.
It was super awesome.
That's
Okay,
so
boys, back to the topic here. This is how podcasts.
Listen,
get
Ozzy Osbourne is an inspiration.
Yeah, I love Black Sabbath.
So,
Dude. I love.
He inspired the EP.
Yeah, dude.
For sure.
I can only hope we make an EP like fucking Paranoid or Volume 4 or anything. You know, dude.
True that.
Anyway, back to the EP. Now I know how podcasts get how Joe Rogan podcasts and stuff gets so off topic.
Sidetracked, yeah.
Next song up. That was 3 songs in out of our 5-song EP. Next song up. You just hit shuffle, or you didn't hit shuffle. You're just skipping through the songs. You're playing them. We got Jade the Stone. Luke, congratulations. Should we give him a little round of applause?
First song ever. First of many.
First of many, dude. I like that. It's a phenomenal first one. What is it clocking in at? Like 7 minutes? 7:20?
I think it's like 7:20.
7:15. 7 minutes, 15 seconds, something like that. It is quite a beast. Quite a beast.
Yeah.
Quite a journey.
Get you halfway on your morning commute.
Yeah. So much. Yeah. So much so.
Yeah.
Dude, so much so we almost split it in 2.
Yeah.
Kind of glad we didn't do that.
Same.
But could have been something cool. Just kind of like the first half has like singing and everything, and the second half is a little more instrumental
based,
jam.
like
so we were thinking,
minutes.
break it into part 1 and part 2, so you could pick what part of the song you'd listen to. But
yeah, in terms of like inspiration for that kind of stuff, Nine Inch Nails is a favorite artist of mine. He doesn't do that with every song, but there are certainly plenty of songs from him where you'll have like the first 3.5 minutes of like heavy singing, and then it almost like the whole mood of the song changes as it goes into the second bit that's more heavy on the instrumentals. Even the drums will fade out, and it'll just do like he's very good at piano, and even just his solo piano piece is so fantastic. Yeah,
I mean, I really like stuff that goes like it's like one song and goes into like a whole different song, but it's all the same song.
Tool was another big culprit of that, where you'll have these incredibly lengthy, 10.5-minute songs, and there's only singing for
3.
Yeah, 3 minutes. Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
so I guess that's
if you had to pick artists that would have inspired the reason for having a song like that, that would be.
I guess that's fair to say. Your inspirations then would be. Tool and
at least Nine Inch Nails. I can't say Tool because my cousin is easily the biggest Tool fan and inspired most by them. But
what about just this specifically this song though? What other songs do you know that are kind of like? I mean, obviously some of those you just said.
Those would be the biggest ones. I can't match my song or my music to anyone. It's far too difficult. I can tell you my favorite artists and my favorite groups, but
I think that's good though. We definitely got our own little sound.
Would never try to match anyone or be like another artist or say I want to have a song that sounds like the Beach Boys or like that. It's never gonna happen.
No, we're very creationist, I guess you could say. Very about being creative. Yeah. But
the fans will decide. They'll say, "Oh, that reminds me of."
They can tell us too, and then we'll know. But yeah, I'm glad we didn't split it into 2 though, because I like. Just the statement of like, and I think speaking of Ozzy Osbourne, Black Sabbath, I think War Pigs was like that too.
Another good
it's
one.
It's like that song was like their radio hit off that one, and it's like a 7-minute jam. So it's like I don't know,
with
just
like
that
a middle third of it having some vocals, and then the rest of it's just
like I like that statement of like kind of like it's kind of like a fuck you. The radio.
That was the thing back in the day.
The radio 3-minute. Not that we're getting on the radio or anything like that, but it's just that still that's like our stand on it.
On the radio
right
now.
Yeah. It's like I don't know. We don't give a fuck if it isn't good for these parameters or whatever. We're just gonna make whatever we want to make.
Yeah.
And too, once then you get to the jam at the end, it's just that much more like rewarding. Like especially for like someone that's hasn't listened before. If you just got part 2, without listening the 4 minutes before, you'd be like, that was cool. But if you sit through the whole 4 minutes and then it gets to the jam, you're like, my brain just melted inside my skull. Hopefully.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I think, I forget what I think. I totally forget, but...
I'll say for me, that was the biggest challenge any song I've ever had to play drums on.
Is that one
thank you for that.
in 6/8?
It's funky. The first half is in 6/8, and the last part is in 4/4. Yeah.
But it was a fun song to just craft drums to. I mean, And it's tough with a song like this because either the bass kind of has to set the groove or the drums have to set the groove. So, and you know, I think it worked out pretty well with just playing whatever came to mind.
You fucking crafted.
Yeah.
I mean, dude. Yeah, like they don't even know. I guess they will know, but as we're recording this, they don't know. Yeah, like it's so like.
I mean, you know what I love, dude? It makes me bang my head every time. Is how in the choruses you go from like the slow beat, like I don't know how to describe it, but then like halfway through the chorus, you do, you know, like you do like the kind of like blast beat esque, you know, like it picks up like what is that?
It's
not
very
double
metal,
time, but
it's.
You know
it's
what I'm
not.
saying.
I mean, the kick is doing double time, I guess.
Yeah.
But the rest of the drums aren't. It's
Dude, do you remember how bad we fucked them up, dude? We had to re-record the drums like what 2 or 3 times.
Yeah. I wasn't there for the first one of the sessions that you guys were doing the recordings for, so I don't know how bad the recording process is for one of those days.
It wasn't bad. It just like one of the files, like
I guess frustrating is.
Usually all the drums are locked.
Yeah.
Like quantized, so when you move one drum thing, it would move all the drums together. And then I guess it wasn't, or something, when we recorded it or when we edited it or anything. But just one of the, like, everything was fine except for like one, like the overhead left.
Yeah.
It was like a different take.
Yeah.
And there wasn't the same take that matched up with all the other takes. So I was like, where the fuck did it go?
Yeah.
So we did have to re-record some of that drums. I also did the same thing for 1234, actually.
Yeah.
I had literally the tone. I had it recorded so long ago, and I was like, everything was like great. I loved it. And I fucking deleted it. I emptied my trash can on my computer, and that had like the original file that I had. Like it was just, I deleted it, but it was still on my computer, so it would still play. And when I emptied my trash can, it was like file missing, and I couldn't find it, couldn't play it. So I had to re-record that. Hard, getting the same tone again. All that stuff is tough. But dude, I really like the like crazy fade out thing we do into the jam though too. Like
EQ
that was like
thing.
Just kind of like off the cuff in the stew with Andrew, him just being like, you know, what could we do here, or what could we?
Yeah, there's always such a good balance of like keeping 95% of what we want to do, and then Andrew has some crazy ass idea, and it most of the time works out to our benefit.
Yeah, that's why he's our fifth Beatle.
Yeah, so it's and that was one of those cool things.
I also, dude, your voice, we can't forget about that.
Singing?
The talking part.
Which song?
There, dude, exactly. We haven't even listened to Jay the Stone that much. Like, I mean, we have.
You like talk about, because you guys had a recording of me talking about it at some other point.
Didn't even know.
Like, pulled it on, on like your Snapchat or something.
No, it was on the mic, dude.
Not in the studio.
Yes, it was.
No way.
That was literally like in between a vocal take. No, that was in
okay.
between a vocal take.
Wow.
And we just asked you, like, I think he asked you, like, yo, what is this song like even about? And I was like, oh, man.
Now I don't even have to talk about it.
I gotta hit record. I know. Just go listen to the song. About 5 minutes in, you'll get to what Jay the Stone is about. But I think it's really a cool vibe now because it's with the just solo guitar.
Definitely,
and then it starts building up. You know,
although that was unintentional from me, Trent Reznor does that with his songs, where deep in the audio is just him talking about things to the point where it's almost inaudible, but not singing, just talking about some of the sub themes like of the album or the song. It's very cool to have.
No, it definitely, I thought was a pretty sick vibe.
It is. It's very cool.
What? Well, I was gonna say, like, what? What do you prefer, to play the studio version or the live version? But
we haven't played it live yet.
We got almost through it all. We just got to learn some of the little ins and outs and some of the jam. We got to get the jam.
The jam is the hardest part because even when I was doing that in the studio, I was like, how do I do this at home when I just like make it up on the fly?
So we have to listen to it.
Exactly. Yeah. So now that that's the definitive version, I'm gonna have to like learn that as the definitive version.
Which we can change that, but as long as just structure wise, you know, like as long as the same amount of bars and stuff, you can change.
But the rhythm is so specific of the picking
that's what,
like we do kind of have to all do it exactly.
Because the bass too is copying it a lot of times.
Yeah, this dude's a beast.
Yeah, we're gonna have to.
I was like, what?
I know,
dude.
We're gonna have to learn that one. We're not gonna say we can't play our own song, but we haven't mastered it yet.
It's our first challenge.
We'll get there. Yeah, we'll get there. No, no shows and things, so it's really allowed us to just be like writing and making and not rehearsing, you know.
You just reminded me too. This song, no, that's not the first song you recorded bass on for 89 Ashman, but Jay the Stone ended up, all three of us, have a little piece of a bass
players,
which I think that's pretty sick. You know?
That is pretty cool. I do like over the jam, some of those bass parts we came up with are kind of wild. I like them.
Oh yeah,
I like them
fucking
a lot.
sick. I like,
dude, we're bringing it back to this podcast from we called the Ozzy podcast. But dude, the one riff that kind of sounds like Crazy Train. Dun, 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 dun.
That's the bass riff I live.
Oh man.
Yeah.
It's like one note off.
Yeah, literally is, dude.
Yeah, you guys will hear that. It sounds exactly the way I just did it.
Let us know if you think Jay the Stone sounds like Crazy Train at all. But
yeah, there you go. Who knew we'd be talking about Ozzy today?
I know. I didn't think this much.
He really is.
So I wanted to say one thing before we move. I don't know if we're gonna move on to the next song yet, but Luke can hold out a note for fucking eternity.
Longer than all three of us.
Dude,
Literally longer than all three of us. That still
had my timer
make
up.
sense to me, honestly. Like,
dude, the second Jay the Stone, none of us could get close.
It's that was one of the things that I wanted to have for it was have a long held out note there.
We had to fade out ours. We all tried as long as possible to get the last little harmony and stuff, and we had to fade it out.
I still feel like it's going to be a while until I find my voice for singing, but holding out a note has never been.
We'll get
difficult
there. I mean, that's good.
Yeah.
Good place to start.
Yeah.
But yeah, finding your voice is a whole. It's a whole
separate thing.
Yeah.
But I think when I was a kid, those were like the parts of songs that I always liked the most when not necessarily a scream, but certainly like a long held out note when like the drums just goes to like a kick in the background while the guitar keeps playing whatever the crazy riff is. Are always goosebumps moments for me.
That's the pure talent, though. You know, when you can hold it out like that. So like, that's the talent. I mean.
So I appreciate that.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
absolutely.
no, that was a good one, Jake. I mean, should we say it? Should we mention it? But the one lyric in this song.
Oh yeah, what was the one you
said?
Let's clarify.
If we're gonna say this one, we got to go back to some of the others too.
I feel like the context,
come up on it.
Context enough should be able to tell.
So given context,
all
we're gonna say is that the lyric is not punching some hoes.
Some
punching
people
holes.
may
Right?
have
So it's got multiple definitions behind it. When we're talking, like just before that, shootouts on the streets of New York, shoot-ups by the place where you work or whatever. The idea that people are at your workplace. I mean, it's not 1950 anymore. But people use punch cards to punch in their times. There's people punching some holes, and then the idea of injecting something into the arm, puncturing the skin for whatever needle that is. That was sort of the double meaning.
So by
there,
punching some holes,
punching some holes,
you mean like
but
in a time card?
It could be either, right, or in the arm. But I'm saying to her, but you still have your soul. Like you're someone who's not giving in to these routines, to the people that kind of do these mundane tasks day to day, whether it's drugs or just going to work to pay bills, that sort of thing.
Wow, I thought it was like quite literally like a anger, like you're punching holes in a wall, or you're like so pissed you're like fucking punch a hole.
You could also think of it that way.
Straight
that's the
Kyle.
idea. So that's one
monster
of
Kyle's
going back to
monster in hand.
Talking about her inspirations. I remember I think Maynard at some point from Tool was talking about how people would ask him, like, what do you think your songs are about, or what do you think this line was specifically about? And he would always, or often reply that, that's for you to decide. You tell me. What do you think that line means? So that's an example of where, that's what you think when you hear the song, and there's nothing wrong with that. It can also have that meaning. Same with if someone else has a different opinion about a specific line.
I do like that. I fuck with that. Because I did hear, actually, I forget who it was on the radio, they were talking about their album or whatever, the songs. And just the radio people were so, like, asking them, like, what do these songs mean? Like, can you put it to the, out in the world now, define them? What do they mean? And I was like, he was kind of given, like, answers like that. And I was like, wow, like, people probably, like, don't like these kind of answers, but, like, I don't know. I like that answer better of, like, he was like, it's, like, up to, like, once I say what it means, then that leaves less room for interpretation for other people, So, yeah, I would kind of like not being like, this is what it's about, It's about, I don't know, it's always just generally,
Yeah, you're certainly welcome to bring up overarching themes or inspirations of the song, why you wrote it, that sort of thing. But to just say it's because I'm against killing animals, right? It's like, okay, well now
Yeah, that's why you wrote it.
Definitive. Yeah,
but I mean,
right? Yeah, the reason that I wrote it is not the same reason that someone else would listen to it. Is
exactly.
Yes,
yeah. The reason that you write it is not like what it is or whatever. That's just why I wrote it. Yeah. Someone else would have wrote the same.
Could you imagine
song.
if they went up to like a Pollock painting and was like, you know, what does this mean? Like, to you, damn it, you tell me.
What does this mean? Like, I'm not gonna spoil it. I'd be like, I'm not even gonna tell you.
Yeah.
But all right, let's move on to the final song of the EP here.
I mean, I got a little perfect segue.
Yeah,
honest,
I mean, take it away.
I mean, one thing that we stumbled upon that I remember made excitement run through my veins was that we found out that Jade the Stone, for the music nerds out there, ends on a C sharp.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
And
Dun,
the
dun.
next song, Thank You Goodbye, the last one on the EP. We didn't intentionally do this, but was going to follow Jade the Stone, and Jade the Stone ends on C sharp. Thank You Goodbye starts on A for the music nerds. It's just a major third.
Yeah.
It's just a little cherry on top, you know, finding that out. So,
Thank You Goodbye.
Yeah.
I mean, not named to be the last song, but obviously with a name like that, it's kind of got to be the last song. We did, though, I like
the alternate order.
Yeah, we
almost
went with putting Thank You Goodbye first, as almost like that little like kind of same with Jay the Stone, dude. Like the little like punk like fuck you. Like the first song is called Thank You Goodbye. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Dude, I still like
that would have been
sound
tight.
of that.
I just think given all the other things that wouldn't have worked out. But yeah, I think that would have been kind of cool.
In an alternate reality.
Yeah, in an alternate world, we just put out this EP with Thank You Goodbye first.
Yeah. So
we'll see how this one does. We'll check back in with the alternate reality stats later. But, yeah, I mean, this one we've been playing this one for so long. That's the weirdest thing about this one is we've
since
had
last
this
Thanksgiving.
We
literally,
played it
like
on New Year's.
Literally
almost a year.
Yeah,
I
we
wrote
played
it on Thanksgiving.
New Year's. Yeah, Thanksgiving last year, and
crazy.
we literally just kind of we just were jamming on it for a while, learned it. You were like, and just. So we really figured this one out like through jamming actually, which is
this
kind
one
of good.
too was the first one that, or I don't know about the first one, but this one I know for sure is a song where we all crafted our own parts without really any influence from like
it's not like
from-
one person was
yeah,
like
from
this is how
other
the bass
ideas
should go.
made, yeah.
This is how the riff
Right.
should go.
Or even too much conflict there when we came up with
Yeah.
something.
Yeah,
just
we were all
totally
just
like,
like-
yes, I like that. Keep
Yeah.
going.
Yeah, straight up, dude.
Everything as we came up with it was just like, yo, what if I played this? Yeah, that's the bass now. What if I play this? That's the guitar riff now. I mean, yeah, that's one of my favorite guitar. What do I always say? That's the best guitar riff I ever made, and it's
One
literally one note. Just wait till you hear it, guys. But
Yeah,
yeah,
I
I
mean-
love it. I love it.
maybe same at this point. That's definitely one of my favorites to play live for sure.
Oh, that one.
Yeah, we've always
I
felt that
love
one.
playing
Yeah.
this one live.
Yeah, that one
I
goes
don't know why
hard
it's just so
live.
satisfying.
That one
Like,
goes hard live. I mean, and two, I guess we should mention we usually play that one last live too. So that's kind
Yeah.
of why it should be last on the EP, I think too, because we usually save that as a closer just because it's called Thank You Goodbye. I mean, how much better could it get?
Plus the poem gives you a nice little chance.
Yeah. There's
to,
a little spot for the poem, which live different every time. Basically, we can super customize it
yeah.
to
Each city
a
we're
specific
touring.
audience. Yeah, whichever specific audience we got. I mean, dude, should we talk about that, dude? That why I am the speech
I
/
don't
poem.
think so. No, I really don't think so.
We're not talking about it. What do you mean? We should totally talk about it.
Yeah.
Why am I the
Got to talk about your problems.
Yeah, I
poem,
mean, you want me
dude,
to,
yeah.
I don't know, dude. Do you want me to answer that? Like,
dude? You just didn't have like
Therapy is in session.
You didn't have a convincing voice.
every poem. So pretty much we came to like, well, I don't know. I don't even know. I guess is this how it was originally like?
What?
the
I don't know how
idea,
it
the
was
poem.
originally.
I don't know. We came apart, to this little rock part, whatever, where the song just the whole vibe changes. And compared to singing, my initial idea was just to
Dude, what was some of the original poem?
Write a love poem for Moose.
Yeah.
Everything's a
As
love
if
poem.
one
for
crown
Moose.
wasn't enough.
Legit.
What was the original poem? Do you remember parts of it, dude?
Oh, dude.
It was literally like
fucking-
some of you might have a best friend out there.
Oh yeah, well we even kept that part, didn't we or no?
I don't.
Did we
I
not?
don't think so, bro.
I mean, that was kind of what I got.
What if someone doesn't
have
a best friend out there?
Yeah.
I was like, everyone's got somebody, dude. Like, I don't know, man.
Yeah, I don't know. But just, I don't know, the poem I wrote and just the way I was presenting it, it just wasn't the vibe we were going for. And, I mean, I like, obviously, I love the Beatles. I like, switching up just, like, the vocals and shit. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, it just came to be.
Yeah, you let me take a crack at it, dude.
Yeah, and I still stand by that today, because why not,
Stand by what?
That decision.
Yeah, no, we have to stand by it, right? Yeah,
well, anyway, Tony made an appearance, too.
Yeah, no, everybody.
Moose made an appearance.
Yeah, Moose is in there. We had all that stuff, but yeah, I think once we switched the poem around from not being Moose and being like
just straight live,
like a live, like, I mean, we wanted it, or I did at least. I wanted to be like it would make sense that, because the idea we were going for was that you're at a live show, so it would make sense, but it would also make sense like that you just listened to our full EP and like thank you and like we're talking to you too. But it's supposed to feel like it would be us at a show, but really it's us talking to the listener and stuff. But so dude, Andrew's in that too, little guest appearance. We got our fifth Beatle in that. If you can find him, let us know. You get a prize. We don't know.
You might have to listen like 20 times.
Yeah, and with some good headphones. But
we'll sign something and send it to him.
What are some parts about this one, dude? Where were you when it was written? How long did it take? What were your influences like for this one?
Legitimately, wrote the riff in the span of like a half hour from coming home from work and needing to go to Thanksgiving dinner. And I was just killing some time playing guitar. And I literally just stumbled upon the riff and recorded it. I don't know. Literally just fucking went to Thanksgiving dinner, brought my guitar, sat there, played it for like 3 hours. Came home from Thanksgiving dinner, and I don't know. It was one of those songs that just sat down and I don't know. I guess I had like, Thanksgiving in my mind, and our family is not the tightest knit family, so it was a interesting experience to say the least. My Thanksgiving dinner,
a little awkward.
Yeah, I mean, it was. My brain was just twisting with the thought of like, I don't talk to these people honestly ever. Sorry, like if you're watching, but it's keeping it real. We don't
Once
talk
a year for holidays.
364 days of the year, but one day we come together to just like, talk about the things we're thankful for or whatever,
and pretend to like each other.
Exactly. So I mean, that's really where "Thank You Goodbye" came from, because literally my mind was set on coming home, finishing the song, and so I wasn't really, invested in this Thanksgiving dinner. So really, I just went, said thank you, said goodbye, and went home, and I remember, like, watching, like, John Lennon interviews and stuff, watching him, like, get interviewed about his songs and stuff, and as you guys were talking about, giving, like, meaning to the song and stuff, and I remember he would a lot of times, the same with, like, Kurt Cobain and stuff, they would say, half their lyrics are just nonsense. They're just writing down just shit that's coming in their brain.
Yeah.
And I remember being like very dissatisfied with that answer. But "Thank You Goodbye" is honestly one of them where like, not that the lyrics don't mean anything to me, but like they are just a random collection of thoughts that I strung together to form a bigger picture.
When people ask these questions about the meaning behind these things, it's they're already taking it too seriously, and I would argue that we're not often doing that whenever we're writing them down, right? It is oftentimes a stream of consciousness where you're just, whatever's coming to mind is now going on this piece of paper or onto this riff, whatever, so to speak.
It's just like raw clay, you mesh it later and make it what it is later, but you get it out. Sometimes you get that out and it's beautiful fucking pottery.
It's also going to be more of
piece
yourself.
of lump of clay, and you got to figure it out.
Whenever you do the creative stuff, if it's more of a stream of consciousness, it's going to be less someone else's stuff and more your own, which I think.
And I feel like that applies especially to "Thank You Bye," and I mean, Yeah, I mean, I'll declare it right now. Thank You Bye is probably my favorite lyrics I've written so far.
Nice.
What's some of your favorite? What's like your favorite line?
My favorite line.
I just said it. Thank you.
Yeah,
Goodbye.
I'm glad I fixed the one line. Thank you.
Dude, there's actually some funny things because I mean we could talk about the so fucked, we could talk about the sont, we could talk about the pickups.
Dude, tell him about the song.
So I just not being aware of like my syllables and spacing and stuff. I wrote, what is the line?
So don't.
So don't. What literally? What is it?
So don't.
So don't rest just yet.
Oh yeah.
So the line is so don't rest just yet. And I was literally, when we would listen back to the audio clip of the line that I sung, I was mashing the word so don't. Or wait, was that it?
Yeah.
Literally just song. I was like,
So it was like too many syllables, so you were rushing and you literally couldn't fit it in.
Yeah,
so you would just every line. When we listened back to every take, it would just be "Sont rest just yet."
Don't rest.
Which
Sont
that was
rest
pretty
just
funny.
yet.
We did invent a new word kind of during that.
Well, we're that cool. We just coined it. It's spelled
We'll definitely have a song
S-O-N
called
apostrophe T.
Or
So
no,
if
we
your
said
English
it's-
teacher ever
it's-
gets mad, you're like, pretty sure it's been used in a high piece of,
literature.
Yeah, right.
This is our only screamo song too.
Yeah, what about the so fucks, dude?
Yeah,
'Cause
that's
I can't unhear it. Well, we can't even. No, they won't hear it. Like,
we muted
not
it.
impossible.
We straight up muted it.
yeah, we straight up muted it, but I mean, if he does it right now, will they
Oh,
now
yeah.
think of it?
Nah.
No.
Give
Well,
it to him.
Well, hold on.
You want
Yeah,
me
do it. Do it.
I said metal
Let's
screamo.
let
guy's
him,
got
just back
talent.
up a little bit, but hold on. So basically, over the one part,
yourselves for the scream.
it's one of my favorite parts. That's like
Fuck yeah.
one of the defining parts of the songs, like which we should talk about next. The Oz
Yeah.
were huge when we discovered that, but this part, I don't know, a little pop punk part, kind of little, I like that kind of vibe.
Post
sometimes.
hardcore.
Jank vibes,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah,
Say all
like
the time. Jank
yeah,
vibes.
dude. Presidential top knot. But yeah,
Little
we
Matt
just
Eddie.
threw a little, all of us screaming, so fucked.
Harmony. For lack of
Harmonies,
air
you
quotes.
could call it. Yeah, but no, that one's just some punk ass screaming. But really, we had Jake. We had one in there just to thicken it out of Jake doing a screamo.
Not
His
even thinking it out. It was
trademark.
straight up
Yeah.
as jokes, bro. That was 100%
Yeah,
jokes.
yeah, just a joke.
I mean, I was serious. But
Yeah, he was serious, but no,
we're
and
bringing together our influences.
Exactly.
I mean, I was a little bit of a
I vibed
screamo
with
kid.
it, yeah.
I was a screamo.
they started getting serious mixing it. They were like, "Oh, where should that be in it? Like, should we turn that?" We were like, "No, just mute it."
No, I didn't actually want it in there. But
all right, Jake, do it for him. Give him away.
Let's hear it.
So fucked.
Oh,
Exactly.
beautiful.
Perfect,
Gorgeous.
bro.
So if you're wondering, we're just trying to tell you guys we are so. No, I'm just.
We're low key a metal band.
That's
is
I
what
was
we're
gonna say
saying.
that's a foreshadow to our next
Yeah.
EP, which is gonna be all screamo.
yeah. But no, maybe we're not so fucked after all.
Maybe we're not.
There you go. Maybe not. All right, so dude, that part, I mean, that part's awesome. But what about, dude, the Oz? How did we? Oh, dude, you know why? I know why, bro.
Wow.
I got y'all into the Bahamas.
Yeah.
Whether directly or just through. I've been listening to them forever.
Yeah, I don't
dude.
know.
love them.
I think it was.
I definitely showed you. I've showed you tons of Bahamas songs before, and they never were like. You never really listened, and were like, "Whoa, like what is that?" But
Yeah.
But-
What's the song, dude? It's all the time, dude.
yeah,
That's
I
like
got
the direct influence. I feel like that correlates to Thank You Bye. Also, too, I feel like Thank You Bye sounds kind of like the one Modest Mouse song, Float
one?
On.
Oh.
Because it's kind of got the same, like,
Yeah,
kind of riff.
the little yeah. No, I mean,
So-
I love Modest Mouse. So,
But yeah, I mean,
dude.
those harmonies changed everything.
Yeah, when those
straight
harmonies
up.
got added, that was like I don't know. Before that, I felt like something was missing. Live, it's fun to play. Live, it sounds cool and stuff. But the recording itself, we were like, yeah, this is Thank You Goodbye. But like,
Just wasn't
You know,
hitting.
something-
Just wasn't
yeah,
hitting
like-
100%.
something's missing. And dude, when we had those harmonies, or the Oz and harmonies, bam! Like, I mean, it took us some time to figure out where we wanted them to go. I guess you know, like halfway through the first verse, and all of the second. We almost did every other time and stuff, but I don't know.
Did we do that on the second verse? I think.
No, we did it. It's like every time. Like,
Yeah, on the second, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I just think they were very, they're very like a catchy, like grabbing thing that they should be in there as much as possible, bro. That's like one of my favorite parts of the song now is just the ahs.
Definitely.
That's how they make me feel, bro. Just literally, you're like, ah.
Yeah,
oh
it's like just a sigh of relief. Almost.
Yeah, like, dude, that is kind of does kind of sound like a sigh of relief.
Yeah, I fuck with it.
Definitely another live challenge for us too.
I know. Yeah, I mean, what do we think preferred in live or in the studio?
This one live for sure. I mean, granted, like the harmonies, you know,
but the studio. Dude,
I mean,
the studio one.
This one is
the ahs.
You know, when this one's coming up next on the set, I'm like, bet. You know.
Yeah.
Like One Crown, I'm like.
I'm the opposite, man.
That one's got a lot of tough instruments to recreate, but
yeah,
I think Thank You Goodbye. Yeah, I do love playing it, but I mean, once we get the harmonies down, maybe like because I know it's pretty tough for us to drum and play the riff and do those.
Yeah, the timing
of
both are just weird.
The harmonies, and like we're doing the opposite. So he's going like low to high. I'm doing up and down, like high to low at the same. We're doing them at the same time, so it literally fucks me up all the time. Like if I even just catch a glimpse of hearing yours,
that's the hardest part about harmonies in general is that you're basically listening like to what to sing at and purposely not sing on that pitch and sing something.
And then I'm literally playing guitar now, being like,
time,
wait, did he just go low to high? So I go high to low, and then.
And by the time you thought this, you're already in the next
verse. Next song. We're done that song already. I'm still going.
We've all stopped playing. We're like, Justin, why are you still riffing on the guitar?
One thing too with that is why I say live is just because. You know, like at a place like Bourbon and Branch, or you know where we have like homies in the audience. It's a lot of fun to shout them out and to get weird on the poem part.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, definitely can get.
That should be a coin phrase too.
Outs.
Anytime the audience sings along with a song, call it the hominies.
The hominies.
Yeah.
The hominies. Shout out the hominies.
Yeah, hominies. Some good hominies in that one.
I like that word.
Yeah, hominies. Yeah.
We're vetting words all over the place here. Salt.
Yeah, salt.
Salt, hominies.
Salt, fuck with the hominies.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Can't forget bridge pickup either.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, I mean, anything else with Thank You Goodbye? I feel like actually, yes, one more thing. I mean, makes sense, but the very end, dude. The little voice, the robot voice and the phone dialing, dude.
Wow.
That was like it's not super important, but I feel like it completes the vibe because that's almost how I'm imagining you when you thought of the song. That's kind of what I'm imagining is like you were literally just robot mode, just thank you, goodbye, thank you, goodbye, thank you, goodbye. To like all,
straight up.
everyone's
And actually,
bye.
haven't even made that connection.
So yes, I think the
right
little
now.
robot.
But I totally feel that.
Well, it's just an operator, old phone operator. I think that really just
It's kind of eerie in a way.
No, it's very eerie, but I feel like it literally ends the EP. You know, I feel like that is the last thing you're hearing is a statement. You know, we're really saying what kind of vibe we are and what we're
especially
doing.
too because we have the poem before of us like actually like appreciating our fans and you know shit like that. So
and
then
just
to
like
to end it with
goodbye.
the robot.
So it's almost kind of that too. Speaking of, I said I like contrast before, but that's almost very contrast that it's like it is a robot and we wrote it as like a monotone, like robotic, like thank you, goodbye, like, but we are actually serious, like thank you for listening and goodbye. So it like double. I feel like
I feel like I had a dream about this.
In terms of vibes, I feel like that probably might double hit. You know?
So let me ask you guys.
Just some deja vu. You just have
I just like right now like feel like I had an exact like dream about this, talking about Thank You Bye like this. But what do you guys think that it's a happier song or a sadder song?
Again, it's got both.
That's what I'm saying.
Like
with the
musically,
contrast,
definitely feels happy.
I was gonna say, whenever we
lyrics-
play it live, it always feels like it's in a pretty pick-me-up mood.
It's
song.
happy.
Yeah.
It's happy.
The lyrics too. I wouldn't even say like they're
introspective. They're not sad. But,
yeah,
you know, like,
yeah. I would support that because they are kind of optimistic in a way. Because like
definitely.
I don't know.
Maybe we're not so fucked after all. Literally,
Yeah.
you know, like it's maybe a weird kind of dark topic, but like definitely happy and optimistic.
It's like a positive outlook on like a dark topic.
Yeah. The
Well-
music is definitely happy though. That's
Yeah,
what matters.
for sure.
Even the melody you're singing, even if you literally don't know what the words are, and like
Yeah,
you know, it would be like you'd be like, oh, I feel good, good vibe off of this song.
yeah.
I think at least. Well, all right, we got that was our Lilium EP, guys. We hope you enjoyed it. I mean,
hope you learned something.
Yeah, that was a little bit about some of the songs and us and Ozzy Osbourne. I don't know. I got some wrapping up questions though, guys, that I think we could answer and might be cool, and then we can wrap it up and call it a day. What how do you think our sound is changing in between this? I mean we kind of earlier we said we're leveling up, but like what does that even mean? I guess, guys, to us.
So assuming we keep the all of us writing songs from here on out collectively to make an entire EP or album.
For sure.
Yeah, I don't see why we would.
Right. So the
think
first,
that's essential.
Yeah, the first EP was more your sound because you wrote the songs and we all had to kind of adapt to that. Then Earth Now, we had to sort of adapt to songs you wrote, which was cool. But this one is really, I think we're just getting that contrast down between happy, sad, and that's the main thing for me. I think we're starting to bring together all of our sounds, and it's pretty cool. Yeah.
Mm.
Well, I mean, one way for sure our sounds definitely change is, I mean, literally with the instruments, we're using new instruments. I mean, this is the first EP that's featuring keys and with like one crown, some just abstract ass synth noise that's just in the background, doing some weird shit. So, yeah, I mean, I feel like directly, like, just straight up that we're using different instruments, so naturally, like, that's had an effect on how the sound has changed from the previous EPs.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely experimenting a little more.
Which that's fun,
No, it's very fun.
Yeah, moving and progressing in a good way is what I would say.
Yeah,
you can tell that we're trying something else, and that future EPs will even have more of the same thing, where you have the experimentation with different instruments, different sounds, and then bringing that all together from our different
backgrounds.
Yeah, like this EP definitely, compared to the other ones, isn't just saying like we just like to play guitar and like rock out. We're
We're
poets in disguise.
We're artists.
Like,
we're artistic. We're
artists.
Yeah. I mean, I
also,
think.
Yeah, go for it.
What were you gonna say? Go ahead.
How many songs, just to add to that, like how many songs even have guitar solos? Really, 2?
Oh, true. Yeah.
That's different.
Not
like,
even.
Pretend.
One.
And then.
Yeah, one.
Yeah, like I was thinking Jay the Stone
does kind of have the little,
with the
very distinct
breakdown.
leads, but they're not like you just shredding and like coming
not,
up with melodies.
Yeah.
Technically, I guess there's a little solo.
Yeah, but either way, I mean,
like
if we look at our old EPs,
interlude.
I mean, it's definitely different, which I think
it's
is
like
good.
almost half the songs have guitar solos.
Yeah.
Some of them have 2. I don't know. It says 2 guitar solos.
Yeah. So, no, I think, I mean, leveling up, I guess that means we're just kind of on the next rung of the ladder here as a band. I think definitely production-wise, we're getting better at just knowing what the final product is going to sound like, too.
That's what I was going to say. Knowing what you want when you're creating
like,
it is a big piece. And
like
I think
the first 2 EPs, everything we've done, literally so far, I feel like leading up to One Crown and this EP is like, that was just dipping our toes in the water. We were like, oh, we just recorded this guitar part at home. Let's see how it sounds. And then we got it built up into a full song, and we're like, oh, wow, okay, so that's how you do that. That's how you do that. So now just going into it, recording-wise, we can know, we have a better idea of what the production side's going to be like. And also, I feel like, I don't know, is this not low-key some of, like, our better songwriting here, too? I feel like some of our songs, like, just the the writing and the lyrics are pretty cool. Definitely structure, too, like, just structure. We're being very much more intentful and, like, thoughtful about what we do and
not to say
why we're doing it.
That like kids or the youth can't write anything good, but obviously as you move on and keep writing more and more, you're going to have more experiences to write about and be able to write about them more accurately to what you would want to try and say with it. So
exactly. Yeah. Anything we've written before was just it's like me.
It's just anything you had written before, you simply had less to work with. Yeah, now we know how to hold a pencil.
Part of the growing process.
Yep. So we're just growing overall, and just riding the wave. We're on a little journey here in the Astro van, just chugging along.
We've moved
cruising
from first to second gear.
Yeah, we're in second gear now, finally.
So if you want to help put gas in our gas tank, you can buy merch at 89astrovan.com.
Shameless plug here.
Yeah, shameless plugs. I mean,
Had to do it.
that is half the game, guys. Shameless promotion. Yeah, I feel like, what else, guys? Do we have anything else, or should we really just wrap up? Oh, dude, I do really like this one question, though. We can kind of do this to wrap it up. But what do you guys think this EP is saying about us as a band? What are we trying to say with this EP?
I think that it's saying that we're figuring out who we are, what we want, what we sound like, and I think it's saying that we're not going to stop. I think anytime soon.
Yeah, and that we trust that the music we write. Got to get closer to the mic. We trust that the music we're writing is our best music that we have, like, right now. You know what I mean? And yeah, I think that's definitely a big thing.
Luke, what is this saying about us?
I think more or less we've already been going over in terms of just the level up process of, with the amount of work that we put into it, it's clear that this is something we're committed to both get better at and continue doing. So
yeah, no, I definitely agree with all that, guys. I think it's I don't know. I think it's just saying that we're here. We are a band. I feel like this is really
don't stop us now.
Our start, though. I don't know. Like I've heard before too, like people who are like independent and they get signed to a record label or something. It's like all the stuff you did before that independent, like you were building fans, you were gaining stuff, but like now is really your start because now you're in the big leagues. So yeah, I feel like we were just playing t-ball.
Yeah.
And we just signed up for the middle school or high school
little league
team. We're going to try out. We just tried out for the middle. The JV.
That's the word that
team.
I said before, though, in terms of starting. Right, started.
What?
That was the word. You said a phrase, but
yeah. So yes, you're right. That was all right. I didn't quite get it at the time, but yeah, we're.
No, it's good. I mean, it was accurate, and then we're on the same page in terms of how we think that this EP is moving us forward.
This is our start. All right. That's about all the time we have, guys. Check out our music everywhere, out now. The Lilium EP, by the time you hear this, should be out now. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter. Go check out our YouTube, Facebook. Like Dylan said, you can get our merch on our website. Yeah, if you dig it. Let us know if you think we should do another podcast or anything like this again soon. But till next time, guys, it was good chatting.
If you made it this far, we appreciate you.
Yeah, we really appreciate anyone who listens. We love each and every one of you, and I love all you guys, too. So,
back at you, babe.
With that, peace out.
Peace, guys.
Peace.